this is MeiYu. Welcome to Fun Friday. Every Friday, I try to do something new, fun, or challenging. Thank you all for your lovely comments, likes, and suggestions in my previous video. I'm glad you like my new video series where I turn and reimagine famous art masterpieces into different art styles, and I'll be continuing this series in the future. Okay, today I'm going to reimagine some famous superheroes as beautiful, lovely princesses. This is part 2 in this series, and some of you have been suggesting this, so I hope you enjoy. This challenge is basically the opposite of my reimagined princesses as superheroes, so I think it's really interesting to see how characters are turned around in the other way. And to start things off, I'm going to reimagine Captain America as a beautiful, lovely princess. So one of the main things for this design when I was getting into it was I knew that I wanted to play with the stars and stripes in the outfit in a, like a natural, beautiful way that it looks like it could belong on a princess design. And I was also thinking about how it's going to handle like the shield, because Captain America's, obviously he's very famous with the, the image of him with the shield, but I didn't want to give my princess a shield because I just wanted her to be like this really classic looking, beautiful fairy tale kind of princess. So how was I going to incorporate the shield, the circular element, into this design without having it look like it was just tacked on or, just put on just because? So I was thinking about different ways, and then I eventually decided to incorporate that into some kind of headpiece, like a decorative piece on her hair. And I thought that was a great way to incorporate the shield element in there without having it to be too obvious. It's a little subtle, which I like. Oh, I also really enjoyed doing the stripes on her dress. I thought to give her these stripes on the gown part of the dress because it just really emphasizes the whole like Captain America like feeling I felt in my design, and inking these lines was so relaxing. I'm really glad you all enjoy watching my inking process, and I've gotten lots of comments from you before where, you are always saying how relaxing and, just satisfying it is to watch me ink these long lines. So I'm really glad that you find my art calming. I also love layering colors too when I'm coloring, especially when I color things and then I layer the shadow and the shades on top of each other. It's kind of like building up the layers of a particular area, and I just feel like my art is coming alive like right in front of my eyes, so it's really fun. As for the color scheme choices, I was thinking, for my princess design, I do want to lean towards brighter colors and very rich looking colors. I know that Captain America does have, like, his colors are kind of muted. They're not super bright. His blues are kind of like a darker, like, grayish blue. So it looks more mature that way. But as for my design, I do want to go brighter because I like this, the contrast and the energy behind really bright blues. So I was layering different blues on top of each other. I wanted to start with some turquoise as well, just to get a little bit more of a blue, like, variety in there. I didn't want to get stuck with just the one type of blue. And then for the other colors, I really liked how like the different primary colors are playing up against each other in this piece. It's just really vibrant and it really catches my eye. I think one of my most favorite things when I'm coloring is when I try to use the different colors to create an effect, like the shine of the trim on the dress. I really like how the turquoise and then the darker blue kind of creates this metallic sheen almost on the surface of the fabric. I just think that looks it's just so interesting and fun for me to create effects just by using colors. When I was drawing this piece, I kept on thinking about the Captain America mermaid I drew in a video from before where I was drawing like 6 hours non-stop. That was a really fun challenge as well, and in case you haven't yet, or if you want, a nice trip down nostalgia lane, you can go and watch that video. And you can see how I take like a particular character and I reimagine them into different ways, in different like interpretations. I think, just problem solving using your creative ability and your imagination is a really fun, fun thing to do, and one of the greatest things about being an artist, in my opinion. She looks so glamorous. For the second superhero, I'm gonna reimagine Black Panther as a beautiful princess. I want my piece to look strong and elegant. When I was drawing this piece, I felt sad because I was thinking about the actor Chadwick Boseman. He left us way too soon. We'll always remember him. One of the things I was really mindful of in the beginning when I was designing this piece was how was I going to incorporate those panther ears into my design without making her look like she's wearing, something on her head, like either as a mask or something. I was thinking about maybe a tiara, but then I thought, what if I instead incorporated the pointiness of the ears into her design a little bit more by drawing the points as if it's like a stylized hairstyle on her. So then I thought that was interesting because it merges the two things together a little bit more and it's more subtle. So I felt, the hairstyle with the pointy curls was a good way to go. I also wanted to take certain elements from his superhero outfit and modify them and translate them into my own design to make it fit a princess design. I especially like how I design her gloves. I think when I have the colors on later, it's gonna look really rich and striking. I wanted to get a sense of movement in this piece because I'm thinking about her in this particular scene. For example, she could be at a ball or she could be waltzing and everyone, like all eyes are on her. They're gazing upon her beauty and she's just twirling around, dancing around in her beautiful flowing dress. So I wanted to make sure her dress had that movement and I wanted to capture that, that essence in the flow of the fabric. In case you want to improve your art skills with drawing outfits, clothing, and dresses for male and female characters, you can see my How to Draw books and workbooks. You can also read my newest book, Draw Quick and Easy Anime Manga Eyes, for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. Everything's on my MeiYu bookstore on Amazon. The link's in the video description. I've made almost 80 books so far and counting, so there's something for everyone. Happy drawing! I love the subtle detailing and the little, parts of the outfit in the original superhero suit, and I tried to incorporate some of those elements into my dress design, but I also didn't want to have the dress look too bulky or too heavy, so I needed to streamline some of those designs in my drawing. It was a lot of fun coloring in the dress, but I wanted to preserve some of the details as well, so I tried to leave some little thin white gaps near certain areas of my design so then those will stand out. For the colors of the dress, I wanted to have some pops of brighter silver colors to mix in with the darker colors of the fabric, so then that way I have some details preserved, and then I also felt that was a nice balance between the two main colors in the dress. And overall, I do think that this, when I was completing the coloring, I just felt this is so striking, like the contrast is right there, and I just love how it pulls my attention towards this design. I love layering the different shades of gray on top of each other to create this more metallic silvery look. If you're a fan of superheroes, superhero comics, stories, or movies, let me know which one or which superhero or which series do you like the most. And also, I'm just curious, are you a DC fan or a Marvel fan? Let me know. I really like how I gave her hair that little twirly piece that comes out in front of her face. I just think that kind of creates a more, it gives her hairstyle more personality. I'm really happy with this piece, especially with the colors, how striking the composition is and the color schemes, and the metallic shine on the dress. Oh, so beautiful. The third superhero that's going to be turned into a princess in this video is going to be Black Widow, and I know some of you have been asking for her as well from previous videos, so let's see how she's going to look like as a pretty princess. I like how in this outfit she has a lot of design elements going on in her front and around the collar area, so I'm going to take some of those elements and either exaggerate them or modify them in my own way to fit the princess design that I have in my mind. And for her expression, I love how she looks. She looks so not harsh or anything, just really confident and really strong looking. So I wanted to get something of that kind of feeling in the face of my character as well. And of course, I cannot forget her braids. I wanted to exaggerate the shoulder areas of my design, so I gave her these poofy, really soft looking, poofy sleeves for her dress, which I think is a little interesting because she's such a cool, hard, superhero, and yet she has these cute little poofy shoulders, part of her dress. So I thought that was an interesting little contrast there. As for the front part of the dress, I kind of turned it into kind of like a bodice design with the threads going across her front. I thought that would be interesting to kind of tie together the two sides of her dress like that. So it kind of, it reminds me of the original superhero outfit, but it has that design element in there where it reminds me as well of fairy tale princesses. So I feel it's always fun to balance these things in my head because I do want to have some things look or resemble the original, but other things I wanted to turn them into, the direction that I wanted to turn the character into. So there's always this balancing act that I have, and it's a great way, I think, to strengthen my creativity and my artistic thinking, problem solving, and my imagination. Here's another round of awesome fan creations from my coloring books on Instagram on the hashtag MeiYuArt. So many beautiful, striking, and unique pieces have been posted by you and fans like you since the last time I shared fan creations. Look at all the different ways you're coloring these pieces. They're so awesome. Some are dark or bold or dramatic, and others are light, tranquil, and serene, but I love them all so much. I've noticed more fans are using glittery gel pens and metallic pens, and that really adds to the impact of the pieces. I'm also happy that some of you are doing your own coloring challenges and you write the little date on each piece and are doing this every day. That's a great level of commitment, and I'm so glad that some of you are using my coloring books this way, as it does help your creativity. But no matter if you like to color every day or whenever you like, I'm proud to know my coloring books are helping all of you in some way to either relax or de-stress, build your creativity, problem solve, and strengthen your imagination, or to, just pass the time and have fun. It's also a nice memory to look back on. I'm always doing a lot of art during the summer, and, because it's one of my favorite seasons, and afterwards, when I look back on the art that I did during those months, I just feel really happy and proud. It's like I'm remembering all the sunniness of that time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just think it's nice to have something of a memory for yourself. I've made 13 coloring books so far, filled with my beautiful line art, and many of you told me you love to collect my line art and create your own art with them. So these coloring books are perfect as they have a great variety of my line art, and some are simple, some are intricate, but they're all good fun. I put a lot of imagination and thought into my coloring books, and hopefully they'll inspire you to become your creative best, to fight artist block, feel more confident and inspired, and good about yourself because you're creating something that'll last forever. One of the reasons why I love the MeiYuArt community on Instagram so much is because we're all so supportive of each other. It's always fresh because everyone's approach to my coloring books is different, and then that way you can see it in a different way through other people's eyes. In case you haven't posted yet, I love to see your creative interpretation, and I'll be collecting more of your fan creations to show again in a future video, so even more fans can notice your work. And please check out the other amazing fans who've posted on the MeiYuArt hashtag and support them. We're all in this amazing art journey together. I love you all. You'll find all my coloring books on my MeiYu bookstore on Amazon. The link's in the video description. There's something for everyone on there. Own your coloring adventures today or give the gift of creativity to a loved one. Happy coloring! It's always a nice coloring challenge when I have limited colors to play with. Like for her outfit, there's a lot of dark grays and, neutrals. So there's not a lot of variation, but because I did do a lot of shading, I did get a lot more color variation out of the base colors. And I really like how I added those really bright pops of color here and there. So overall, it's a nice challenge to create more with less. So let me know in the comments below which superhero princess did you like the most, what did you think about part 2, and also let me know who else should I turn into a princess in part 3 in the future. If you enjoy my art, please support my channel by smashing the like button and subscribing in case you haven't already. Turn on the bell notifications so you won't miss new future videos. I still have a lot of exciting art challenges I have left to make, and I think you're going to enjoy them a lot. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you next Fun Friday. I want to thank everyone who got my different coloring books and various how to draw books. I'm glad that my art can help inspire you to keep up your creativity, relax, create something you can call your own, and build your skills at the same time. No matter if you're a casual colorist or someone who's more serious in pursuing art in your life, my books can help you realize your full artistic potential. I've made almost 80 books so far, from eBooks to coloring books, paperbacks, workbooks, and hardcovers, so there's something for everyone. I'm building a whole bookstore for you on many different interests and topics, and I'll keep making titles that can help many of you in all kinds of creative ways. Once you build those skills and your artistic eye, it's yours forever, and you can do whatever you want with your skills. It's a very proud feeling because you accomplished something truly special. I can't wait to see your future fan creations. Own or gift these books now. The link to my MeiYu bookstore on Amazon is in the video description. Happy drawing and coloring, everyone!